because you're 13.
Yeah, no, it'd be too weird.
You have a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like every other 13-year-old in the free world?
He's okay.
He's okay?
Yeah.
He's not number one for you?
I don't think so. No.
Who's your big crush?
I think Jared Leto is really cute.
Who?
You know him? Jared Leto from My So-Called Life. Oh my god.
Scarlett Johansson didn't just date Jared Leto. She allegedly knows the truth about his true colors. And now, 4 women have allegedly come forward with criminal allegations, underage allegations. And Scarlett, she's allegedly ready to finally expose the true Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, this broke early Wednesday morning. This is a BBC documentary, and when the British media goes after you, you best believe you are.
4 women, 1 BBC documentary, and numerous allegations of criminal conduct. 1 woman was allegedly 17 when Jared was 34. That's statutory. R word.
So I first met him when I had just turned 17.
Another allegedly 16 when Leto groomed her through explicit emails and silenced her with an NDA. A third was allegedly in a motel at 17. The 4th allegedly threatened at 19. From 2002 to 2016, allegedly 14 years of behavior that sources claim is worse than Diddy's, darker than Epstein.
This is massive comeuppance for Jared Leto. His name has been around forever as a guy with shady connections to young women.
But it gets even worse because Leto allegedly isn't just fighting these women, he's allegedly fighting for his reputation, and sources claim he wants Scarlett Johansson and Cameron Diaz to defend him and to vouch for him, to say he's innocent, but rumor has it Scarlett's getting ready to expose Jared's true nature. So what is Scarlett about to expose?
At some point where the allegations made now that we're going to talk about are in no way surprising at.
Jared Leto didn't just allegedly prey on 1 woman. He allegedly preyed on a pattern that lasted a 14-year timeline that a BBC documentary just exposed.
Well, you know, the documentary came as a shock, but these allegations which have been bubbling about Jared Leto has not been so surprising to people at home. And in this documentary, it put together all these kind of rumors until it put it into the documentary that people have heard about. In this 1-hour documentary, viewers at home got to see 10 women come forward against one of them.
10 women came forward and spoke to the BBC, 9 for the first time, and 4 of them have taken a step further and made criminal allegations against Leto.
I was a senior in high school from a small town. This was a big celebrity, and he was handsome. I thought
One of the women, Clara, was allegedly 17, got invited to his house in California. Leto was allegedly 34 at the time. But here's the thing. The age of consent in California is 18. If the allegations are true, then that's statutory R word. And Clara allegedly claims Leto knew it. It wasn't a huge concern for him. He allegedly told her to call him daddy and to pretend to be his little girl. But that was just the first of 3 or 4 visits. 4 visits where Jared Leto allegedly, knowingly, and willingly committed statutory R word.
If there's been anybody in the industry who has had many allegations and has been able to survive those allegations by still being hired, getting a lot of jobs and whatnot, and these allegations are involving minors, years and years. If there's anybody out there in the industry, in the A-list celebrity industry, Jared Leto, he's up there on this list of people that have been able to survive various allegations.
Now there is a second woman, Isabel, who was also allegedly 17. This was back in 2002 at a motel bathroom in Las Vegas. Leto allegedly invited her after she showed him around the store where she worked. She allegedly walked in. He was showering. Then he opened the curtain and started kissing her. Then allegedly grabbed her hand and used it to pleasure himself. But it gets even worse. The third woman, Alex, was just 19 when she allegedly found herself in a hotel room alone with Leto. She asked for a phone charger and money to go home. Leto allegedly said no to both. She asked to sleep on the chaise, and Leto allegedly told her repeatedly that if she did, she'd wake up with a DK in her ass. But the threat, well, it allegedly stayed.
Jared Leto?
I don't know the full details.
I don't know all the details. You gotta fill
He's a creep.
What's the accusation?
He's a creep, and it's over. Underage statutory rape, underage women.
Oh.
Like all of the nasty.
Women plural?
Yes, women plural. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Another woman, Etta, was also 16. When Leto allegedly groomed and started bombarding her with explicit phone calls, Leto allegedly suggested they should have sex. An NDA arrived, an NDA designed to silence her. The BBC allegedly saw it, but here is the thing. Etta allegedly refused to sign and kept talking. That's 4 women, 4 alleged crimes, and 1 long timeline from 2002 to 2016. And Leto was allegedly about 34 when it started, allegedly 44 when it ended. But as it turns out, that was just the beginning.
Anyway, I'm not sure if it was he that said this, but it was a quote from someone in his world that was saying, oh, he's constantly texting 16 and 17-year-olds.
That's
constantly.
the guy, yeah.
Yeah, and so it sounded like it was this world where this, 50-year-old acts like a teenager to talk to, 16-year-olds to them.
Mm-hmm. I think he thinks he is kind of eternally young, though,
Yeah.
He's got the long hair.
It's all.
Another woman, Taylor, came out and said that allegedly when she was 14 at a music festival in 2005, 30 Seconds to Mars was performing. She held out her shirt for an autograph, but Leto allegedly signed across her breasts instead and told her in front of her mother, "You have a nice rack." Jared then allegedly asked his bodyguard to take Taylor backstage. And get this, he didn't even bother asking Taylor if she wanted to go. Now, when her mom confronted him, he allegedly looked at her and said, "It's still a nice rack."
It was in law enforcement that I knew with certainty that here in California, the age of consent is 18. He just kind of shrugged it off like it wasn't a huge concern.
Leto's growing list of accusers also includes a former model who alleges that back in 2013 at London's O2 Arena when she was 19, there was an after party at Shoreditch House where she met Leto. She told Leto she was 17 to protect herself. Leto was allegedly 41 at the time, and he allegedly replied, "Age is just a number, and anyway, we're in Europe." Leto's assistant then allegedly sent her to a dark hotel room with only Leto inside. These rumors have floated around him for decades, but he denies them, right? No wonder he is so good at playing creeps in movies. He's one in real life. He wasn't acting. He was just being his creepy self. If a guy with this history keeps getting roles, then the problem is much more serious. I'm not surprised. I've always heard rumors of him being a weirdo and causing drama.
Mars Island, which is a multi-day thing on a private island in Croatia. It starts at about $1,700 and the top end is over $7,000. The higher up you pay, the physically closer to him you get, right?
That's a cult, Helen.
Wait.
Like Epstein's Island, I mean, it must be a prime opportunity
Right.
to get these young teenagers onto the island away from everybody else.
Now, that's 10 women total coming out to expose Jared Leto. 9 of them are speaking publicly for the first time, and the BBC allegedly corroborated their accounts with friends, family, pictures, messages from the time it happened. But here's the thing, it wasn't just the victims who allegedly saw it, it was his own staff. 2 men who worked with 30 Seconds to Mars for years allegedly told the documentary they were uncomfortable with how Leto allegedly interacted with teen girls, how he allegedly invited them backstage to his dressing room, to the house where he recorded. One allegedly said it out loud, "I think everyone thought the age gap was way too big." Here is the thing, everyone allegedly knew about Leto's creepy behavior, but nobody stopped it. And Leto, he's allegedly not staying silent during all of this. In a statement released by his representatives to the BBC, he said, "I have never sexually assaulted anyone in my entire life. These claims are absolutely and categorically false." That's his statement, his armor, his alleged Hail Mary. But this isn't the first time Jared Leto has found himself accused of such shocking things. In June 2025, DJ Allie Tales reposted a 2012 Facebook post about how she was allegedly assaulted and traumatized by Leto when she was 17. Leto's representative allegedly called it demonstrably false. Now, what this shows is a pattern. Let has been accused publicly previously. He already denied it, and it eventually got buried. So why is he still standing? Why does he still have a career? Why did it take a BBC documentary, not Hollywood, to allegedly expose what insiders allegedly already knew? Page 6 allegedly knows that Leto was in advance advanced talks for Barry Levinson's political thriller Assassination. It was a done deal. Then the allegations mounted and production allegedly dropped him. But here's the alleged excuse they used. Not the women, not the crimes. They said that because Tron Ares underperformed and was a major box office disappointment, they didn't want to work with Leto anymore. However, the alleged misconduct, allegedly the real reason, was hidden behind a spreadsheet. But it gets even worse, because Hollywood allegedly doesn't fire predators. It allegedly rebrands them. Leto won an Oscar, played the Joker, headlined Morbius, built a cult on Mars Island where fans allegedly paid $6,499 to meditate with him in white robes. Multiple outlets allegedly called it the cult of Jared Leto. Allegedly tweeted admitting it was a cult. What this shows is that the system allegedly protects the brand. The Oscar matters more than the victim. The box office matters more than the truth. Allegedly become footnotes, while Leto allegedly becomes the Joker, the method actor, the alleged predator with a trophy case. And now, Leto allegedly wants his exes to save him. Scarlett Johansson, Cameron Diaz, women who allegedly know him intimately, who allegedly dated him, who allegedly saw behind the curtain. Scarlett Johansson, 2004, briefly dated Leto. 13-year age gap. The infamous photo, Scarlett is leaning in to kiss him while Leto is checking his phone. Years later, she allegedly described an ex as attractively unavailable. Rock bottom. It will keep coming back, suck your blood. Fans allegedly connected the dots to Leto, to the man who allegedly ignored her mid-kiss. He allegedly wants her to defend him. But here's the thing, sources allegedly claim Scarlett and Cameron are unlikely to speak. They've never said anything bad about him, but that doesn't mean they're going to put their own necks on the line. And their silence is the only statement they need to make, because defending him allegedly means defending the system. The same system that allegedly protected Diddy. The same system that allegedly protected Epstein. And Scarlett Johansson allegedly knows exactly how that story ends. That, and the comparison being made, Leto is allegedly worse than Diddy. Allegedly darker than Epstein. Not because of the body count, but because of the alleged brazenness. The alleged 14-year timeline. The alleged staff who saw. The alleged ND as that failed. The alleged Hollywood machine that kept casting him while the victims allegedly stayed quiet until now. Because the BBC documentary allegedly changed the math, 10 women corroborated accounts on the record. And Leto allegedly planning a European tour. Still defiant, still denying, still hoping Scarlett Johansson will pick up the phone and say the 4 words he allegedly needs to hear. He didn't do it, but Scarlett, she's allegedly not picking up. And the silence speaks every word.